Welcome, cows. Welcome, cows. How y'all doing today? Happy investing.
Same to you. Same to you. I'm better than I deserve.
What's been on your mind, Cameron?
Nothing much, man. To be honest with you, I have been under quarantine.
You got COVID?
Had.
So while you had COVID, what stocks have you been researching?
Honestly, I've only did a small few because I've been trying to read up on real estate. Uh, which one did I did reach out to look at? SPG, Simon Property Group, which is a real estate stock. Their dividends was doing pretty well the last time I checked.
Already. How much money you want to put into that stock?
To be honest with you, if it does pretty well, I'd say probably about 500 to start off with.
Good amount, good amount. Hey, Mr. Mills, how you doing?
Hey, what's up? What's up, man? I'm doing good. How are you?
Great, great. LaPons, how you doing?
What's cracking? I'm
I
chilling.
mean, life. Just trying to make it, make that front end, just trying to make that front end,
I feel you. Front end and the back end too.
So I'm curious, what brings us all together on a Wednesday?
Listen, can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
So we listening to a live interview I did.
Okay. Okay. That's cool.
Shout out to ISIS.
Hey, Markeen, like I was talking to a friend of mine and he was telling me like the current stock market has been more of like a day trader stock market the past 3 years. Would you agree with that? Because he was like, it's so manipulated. Like, I guess he was just talking from his perspective because he's 50. So I guess for him, he's not trying to just build. He's probably trying to keep the profit he's already made. So
Right.
he's been having to manage his own portfolio for himself. He said the past 3 years. But I guess because I'm younger and I'm not 50, I guess for me, I'm trying to buy and grow my portfolio for the long term.
What was your question?
So I guess he was saying, would you agree like if you want to make gains, you would have to kind of basically buy and sell, and if you make a profit, just sell and then go back into the market, like play it like that right now because the market is pretty much easily manipulated. That's what he was saying.
The market is just on sale, so just the
Okay.
prices are good. The assets that's in the market is on sale, so anything you invest into, you're getting it at a great price.
Okay.
It will go up in value, and when your assets go up in value, you have a choice to either sell or either you have a choice to do something with that asset.
Okay. Okay.
Even if it go down in value, you still have a choice to like get rid of it. To add
Okay.
more. Since it's going down in value, you'll buy more at a affordable price. So it's just all about your strategy at the end of the day.
I have a question. What is your opinion as to a good time to sell? When is a good time to sell a stock?
Mr. Mills, did I finish? Did I answer your question?
You
Oops,
did. You did
my
though.
bad.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's all love. It's all love. I'm just making sure I answer his question. A great time to sell. You ever had an investment account full of money?
Shit. I wish.
So once you accumulated enough time with your investment portfolio, your exit strategy should be right in front of your front door.
Hmm. Give me an example of that because I know everybody has their own different types of exit strategies. What would be a
So
good?
a great exit strategy, a beginner extra strategy everybody can do something with. You can start investing every month for 3 years. That's 36 months,
Mm-hmm.
and exit that current portfolio after 36 months. So in 3 years, invest every month and have an exit strategy for the capital you accumulate in that portfolio.
Hmm.
So have a time period, like 5 years, 10 years, no matter what, you got to put some type of time stamp on it.
Well put. Well put.
When have you sold, and or why? So you got to understand the reasons behind why you selling different assets. Was it fear based, or did you really need the money, or
No,
did you actually using a tax, structure strategy where you profit off this one asset, and now you got to do something because you got capital gains and stuff like that.
but basically, or I just, or sometimes I would just take a loss because it was something better right there, right now at that time. So
Do
I
you
would.
do you try to figure out your stop losses?
I've
You got to
tried.
figure out how much
Yeah.
you want to lose. You know,
I've
you got
tried.
to. You tried,
Hmm.
and what happened?
Mm, sometimes I met my mark. Sometimes I didn't. It's still a learning process. Still a stepping stone because
So,
it's I I haven't really been trying to just learn the stop loss parts.
okay,
Uh, but I see now they're a good reason to kind of look into them now because sometimes I could be off doing something and I might need this stock to just stop at a certain point before I just lose everything. So it's
right,
not too bad. I just haven't been practicing with them.
right. Cameron, how you got your portfolio enough time before you thought about selling? You thinking about selling premature?
Uh, premature? No. Have I given it enough time? No. Actually, I've had my portfolio probably going on 2 to 3 years, and it's to me that's not enough time.
Okay, so yeah, give it a little bit more time. I say 3 more years, at least 3 to 5 more years, because now you at a greater level of execution. Experience, like use the cycle. You know what's going on in the market. So
Hmm.
the time is now.
Yeah, you right.
And if you actually want a long term strategy in the stock market where you forever getting paid, that should be your goal, to forever get paid from the stock market, not to like try to cash out from here to there to forever get paid.
And right now, with that being said, my long term that's my that long term pay that's my IRA, and that's what I constantly look at every week, and I try to see, is this stock worth staying in my IRA, or is this stock not worth staying in my IRA? If it's not worth staying in my IRA, it's got to go somewhere.
Right,
Because right now, my IRA long term wise is focusing on dividends, and right now the simple fact that real REITs pay majority every month, I'm really liking that. So I'm trying to do my research on it.
right. I just say add more money to that side of the portfolio. Consistent cash flow is the key.
Hmm.
That well will stay dripping forever, especially like too many dividend kings out there you can utilize. Too many different strategies where you can forever get consistent income from the stock market.
Right.
I sent Mr. Mill an article today about the dogs of the Dow, and like me personally, I'm gonna invest in every stock that had in that article. It had like the 10 the best stocks you can invest into, and I had a list. So I had sent it to Mr. Mills, and I was like, it's game time, you know.
Yeah.
They put the whole research out there, so it's like I ain't even have to read that much. All I got to do is just add money to these stocks and do
Mm.
the same strategy next year.
Can you send me that article?
I got you.
Right on.
So,
Uh,
LaPin,
It was good.
is anything on your mind?
Not really. I'm just waiting for my trades to set up. Really, it's Wednesday.
You've been looking at this side of the screen pretty hard there, LaPon. So are you studying right now? Are you looking into something?
No, I'm just like
Or you finna
trying to
order
figure
pizza?
out, just trying to figure out what pairs I'm about to get into. So I'm just trying to like see what who's gonna set up something nice. Is it
Is
gonna
it
happen
difficult?
like around 9 o'clock, or is it gonna happen around like 2? So that's what I'm waiting on right now. And
That's your
LaPon,
sweet. That's your sweet area around
yeah,
that time.
yeah, like 9, or like if it's not 9, it's gonna be like 2 in the morning. And if it's not 2 in the morning, it's gonna be like tomorrow at like 8:30 in the morning.
and this is all forex. LaPon, do you do any kind of stocks at all?
No,
Wow. So if I may ask, because you're in a whole different genre. What is your okay? For example, we can talk about stocks long term, but how is that long term in the forex department?
I mean it's the same way. Like you can trade. I'm in a trade that I've been in for 4 weeks now. You can trade that long. Like you can. It's called swing trading. Like you can trade for as long as you can trade stocks. Like, but I just choose like my professionalism is in day trading. So like I'm not trying to be in there too long. Um, yeah, but you can trade this. You can trade these currencies just like how you trade stocks. Like you can hold them for a long time. Like they do. It's the same thing, kind
'Cause
of.
I think the last time I read the ratio from forex is over 50 to 1.
The ratio.
Yeah,
You mean
it's like like last weekend when you was talking about how you turned $250 into like.
100,000? Yeah,
Well, I wasn't gonna put that number out there because we live, but yes,
it's already on the. It's already on the. It's already on one. So
yeah, you're right. I'm just cautious like that for a reason.
yeah, I feel you. Me too.
But for that $250, the rewards was just outrageous compared to what would that $250 look if we put it in the stock market.
Right. So like $250. Well, all right. Let me clear this up. I didn't start with $250. Like I just didn't put $250 in an account and make 100,000. Like I got capital to back that up. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So but your $250 in the stock market won't grow as much as it would in the forex market. It's just
Mm-mm.
point blank. Period. Your $10 can go crazy in the forex market, and you know what I'm saying. You can make 100. I'll tell you, like probably like 3 years ago, I put $1 in there, and 2 weeks later, I had $100. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's like big gains just off a
Mhm.
dollar. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, so your 250 definitely would do better in a forex market than a stock market. Okay,
Right.
like stock market is really like you gotta have some money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come up with that. You know what I'm saying? And you also like stock market is a very 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 patient game. So it's just like how long are you gonna stay in this for? Like me, I learned over the years that like I'm patient, but to an extent. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to see returns, so that's why I got into the forex market. So like, but yeah, your 250 would do way better in the forex market than the stocks. But like, it's when people first get into forex, they think it's like gambling and like the casino or whatnot. But like you have to like just like how you learn stocks, it's the same way you learn forex. Like you just have to have an edge. Like that's all this is. It's just having an edge. And if your edge is sharp enough, then you win. Like, you know. So that's yeah, your money do go your money definitely increases bigger in forex than it does, stock market. And plus like the stock market, like that things like stock market can crash. Like this don't crash. Like ain't no such thing as a crash in the forex market. Like as long as money is being used and being circulated, this doesn't crash. Like as long as people keep believing in dollars and bills and all that stuff, this don't ain't no crash. No such thing.
So do you have to be an expert?
You have to
Do
be
you
an
have to be
expert.
an expert? Do you have to be an expert?
I mean, you got to have some type of professionalism. This not no game. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
This not no kid game. Like you got to really study. You know what I'm saying? Or else you just gonna lose a lot of money. Like
How
that's
many
just how.
hours? How many hours have you studied?
How many hours have I studied?
Yeah, how long do you study? Like, what's your background?
Like I study every day, so like around I guess around when I was like 22, I stopped going out. Like I stopped going to the club. I stopped going out. Once I found this,
How old
so
are you now?
30. So
It took you about 8 years.
yeah. So once I turned 22, I stopped going out. Like I knew that like okay, especially like going to the club and you just see everybody who got what, and like I was like, all right, cool. I can't like this don't even make sense to me anymore. Just paying $40 to stand in here. So like I would take instead of going to the club, I should just start studying. Like I'll study every day. Like the market don't move on Saturdays. It don't move to Sunday until like four p.m. So like I take my Saturdays every Saturday. So like after we done with this podcast, even sometimes during this podcast, I'll be looking at the chart because I'm trying to figure out like what's my next move, what's my strategy. So I study every day. I study when the market closed. I study every day. It's not like a day I don't look at this. You know what I'm saying? So it's every day for me. Like it's always been
Not
like
an hour, kind of too. It's
yeah,
always it's always on the back of my mind every hour. Like
yeah,
asset something. Like
yeah. And if I'm not at my computer, I'm on my phone with it. So it's just like instead of
Wow.
me going clicking on Instagram, I'm clicking on the chart on my phone. You know what I'm saying? And you get
got
to
to
see,
brainwash yourself for financial literacy.
yeah, like this is
Right.
something I wanted. You know what I'm saying? So like, if this is something I wanted, I want to master it too. So it's just like I literally like my whole focus is on this. I don't even watch TV like that. Like you watch this show? Not really. No. Like I watch these charts. Like that's what I watch. That's my show. These charts. So like
Well, look here. I'm gonna need you to get a TV channel so I can watch you learn how to do that.
yeah,
I'm trying to make a quarter turn at least into 250.
yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Yeah,
Because I mean, my whole all jokes aside, my long term is my long term, but
right.
it would be nice to learn some kind of a short term. And I'm not even gonna lie, I don't. I'm not gonna say I can't master forex, but I have been looking into options, and
Mm-hmm.
the only reason I say that is because with options, one is different. It's in the form of contracts. One contract is 100 shares, and it's actually cheaper than buying a stock. And me, honestly, I am very frugal.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's no game either. Like you can lose your draws in the options market too.
Right.
Most definitely.
I mean, all markets you can really lose. Like this forex ain't no game either. So it's just like you can really lose in any market. You just gotta know what you're doing. Like can't come in here like well people are so attracted to the forex because it's just like what it can bring you. But it's just like if you don't know what's going on, then like it's you gonna have a long road. Like I had a long road because I came in thinking like boom, I'm gonna make $300 million in a year and no, that didn't happen. I had to like really study and find people and find mentors, and it was just a lot. Like I paid for so many programs and so many like robots, like
Expensive.
they call them EAs, like all this stuff. Like I spent a lot of money just on my whole education, just trying to figure out
Yeah,
like I said, like the all around like market, like what makes this go? Like this market is manipulated too. Like all these markets manipulated. Like
you know what? That's one thing I'm gonna honestly say. No matter how much we try, we will never stop spending money on, and that's our education.
yeah.
Like Marquin, I started to pay $30 just for your course you was promoting on Twitter. Just out of curiosity, it's like you're never too old to learn.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Uh, hey, did somebody see that question that
Right. He
Nick?
said, can he see one of the charts that we're looking at?
Yeah, I mean,
Can we see your charts that you guys are looking at?
uh,
I don't know how to do that. I got a phone. I can just like
yeah, I'm on my cell phone. I mean, I had to go downstairs.
I was gonna look for charts. Hold on. I'm gonna literally have to like
Let me
turn my
check it
phone.
out because I was playing Far Cry. That can wait.
While we're waiting on that, I'm gonna ask y'all some questions. Are y'all looking to make a quick buck?
Sometimes I am.
Um, no. Like I don't know. What's a quick
Why?
buck? Like
Why
how
and why not?
fast? Uh
Just a quick buck. Just are you
What's
just
up?
looking to make a quick buck? Just a quick money. Just
oh, I mean, of course, yeah. I mean, who's not like looking to make quick money?
I ain't. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I am, but I ain't. Only reason.
Yeah, that answer. What he said.
The only reason why is because sometimes how you make that quick buck, you might not be able to repeat it.
is y'all emergency fund healthy?
Nope.
Hell yes.
Cameron, why not? Why not?
Because I just had to dip into it to put my car in the shop.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, but I was just saying that like I got to rebuild it now
That's
because
good.
uh, one, get a practical car. Get a practical car. You saw what I drove the other day, Mark,
Right,
when I
right.
was in the library. Get a practical car. Like my cooling fans went out, so between that and some other stuff, right now my car costs me $1,300 to fix.
Yeah, I got a car that's it's kind of practical. Like I drive a coupe, it's drop top, but it's a Miata. And
Oh,
Mazdas, they're very reliable. Not gonna it's not gonna doesn't really
oh,
break down. So it's a
see, you just
Japanese car.
you, you just hurt my feelings because I don't even have no Miata. My queen, you want to tell them what I drive?
You drive. You got a nice car.
Yeah, what does he have? Like a BMW or something?
No, that thing broke my wallet. I really be broke.
Oh, buddy.
You got Cadillac, right?
Yeah, I drive Cadillac.
Yeah, like a CTS or
Cadillac,
something.
nice. Cadillac's nice. I love Cadillacs.
I don't want to pay for it right now.
What, it's like a CTS or something?
No, it's the STS.
That's the SUV one, right?
No, it was the bigger version of the CTS. It's the one I got. It's the last model before they stopped making it. So it's like an 11-year-old car,
Oh, okay.
but it's a straight motor, which is what I wanted. Like all these cars now, damn they're sideways motors, and I put you this way: if my cooling fan stopped and my motor was sideways, it'll cost more to fix because
Yeah,
everything is so.
I have a straight inline four. I have a V4. On a good day, if I drive like a grandmother, I could get 45 miles per gallon out of my car.
See, straight
Yeah.
to me, if you don't have a Toyota, Nissan, Honda,
Mazda.
yeah, Mazdas too. You know they good as far as they sideways motors, but the Americans,
Yeah, man. I mean, I've been through cars before. I've been through cars. So when I had that Mazda Miata, I was like, look, it's just me right now. I'm investing right now. You know what I'm saying? Even if I got a girl, she got her own money. And so, right now I'm just need a reliable car. That's a little bit of fun. And yeah, put all my money in stocks, baby.
you know
Right,
what?
This
right
is a 30-year plan.
What you know what? Let me ask you this: when we sitting there talking about cars, is your car paid off?
Nah, nah,
Pay it off.
nah. I didn't pay it off.
Pay it off because the
Um,
money that you use on that car, though, you can put it in the market. Pay it.
I could, and I thought about selling my car. So I took it to CarMax the other day, and I was gonna I thought about selling it, to be
Well,
honest.
if you gonna get unless they're gonna give you a good deal, make sure it's close to the blue book.
Yeah, they're gonna give me the blue book, and because it still has a good resale value. So
Hmm.
and it would pay it off, and then I'll still have a couple $1,000 to get something
Yeah.
reliable. But the thing is, like, used cars are so inflated right now. Like, I don't know. I will have to really look for a good deal.
Nah, I don't know
and
about you.
the car market is the worst, the most scamming business in the market itself. And if people are putting more money in the car market instead of the stock market,
Yeah,
they're making the wrong move. Like, so the car market is a liability. The stock market is the vehicle you want to invest into.
I agree with you. But I've already cut down on my utilities. I've cut down on my livelihood on
That's
my.
good. That's good.
So it's
Yeah.
like I feel the car is kind of like the last little. enjoyment, you know. So
You also want to have a great vehicle as well. So we ain't saying just get just
It,
anything to maintain. Also invest in your vehicle. Get a great car so you can
yeah, it's a
feel
good
good, look good.
it's a good car. It's reliable. It's good, and I did unfortunately before I started thinking about investing like heavily. Well, I used to invest right consistently. I would max out my when I used to make enough money, I would max out my 401k consistently. But then like I told you guys, I lost my job. I got fired unfortunately, and then I had to downgrade jobs, and then I'm not able to as max out my phone K as I am. But now that everything's smooth and I did what I had to do, now things are starting to look up again. So now I'm gonna continue, and I want to build back better, right? So it's like
Right.
I'm making a priority to put money aside and invest. So I have a margin account, Markin. Like I don't even think I need that. Like I don't need nobody else's money. And Cameron, you said that's why Charles Schwab checks your credit because they give you their own money.
I don't want
They
it.
give you up to three times what you put in.
I don't
Like,
want it.
it's crazy, So they give you up to like three times what you put in. So you could use their money, but I'm not doing that because I mean I could, but I think when I learn more and if
I
it's really something that I feel like I could use, then I know it's there, right?
I put
Right,
it
right.
this way: if I was good at, for example, what LaPonce does, I would probably use margin. See, we had a conversation, maybe not, probably about an episode or two ago about using other people's money.
Yeah.
Now, me, I don't like debt, let alone owing anybody anything. Hell, I don't even like owing my mama $5. So,
It's
me,
subjective. I believe that's the only way you attain success is utilizing other people's assets. It don't even have to be money, but networks, platforms, just helping other people. The
true.
only way you attain success is basically by scaling.
McQueen, have you ever used a margin call before?
Of course,
Can you please? Okay, maybe people. Let me see. If you don't understand it, you don't use it. So I know what a margin call is, but can you break it down for us? Because and me personally, how would a margin benefit for us long term traders?
why are you using the margin call?
Like I said, the only time if I was good at say what LaPonce does, I would probably use a margin. Just
It's
use
all
other
different.
people's money.
It's several ways you can get access to funding from stock market platforms. They don't have to. That's not a margin account, but it's several ways you can get access to funding utilizing your credit score.
Please continue.
So that's the way I'm explaining about like getting access, getting access to capital, borrowing against your portfolio. So
That's
you build the
basically
portfolio up
margins, right?
first,
Yeah.
and you borrow against it. You borrow against the money that you already have, and you teach yourself how to borrow against your money. And you'll be able to use other people's money.
A
Once you
margin
teach
call
it,
is when you over leverage. That's what a
Yeah.
margin call is.
Yeah, you're over leveraged, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You have you're buying more than you actually have.
Yeah, facts. And
Okay,
that's
well,
what a margin
you
call
have to
comes
manage.
in when you overdo it.
You have to
okay.
manage more. It's all about managing more than you actually own.
Yeah,
Yeah, essentially.
facts.
Like, yeah, Charles Schwab, they let you get their money. They'll give it to you.
You're afraid to use a margin call. So you have a lot of. It sounds like it's fear. So it's a mentality thing.
Um,
It's a
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I
mentality.
guess
it's a
It's
definite
hesitation. It's a little bit
it's a definite of a mentality
I
issue
think
for
I
me
think
because, like I said, it is I borrow money, I put it in something, and it don't go right.
that's you fear. That's fear.
Like I said, that's my only thing. Like,
If
as far as
if any asset, you supposed to already have down side protection. You should already know how much risk you can lose on an asset.
Yeah. And it comes, so basically I know why, because I haven't, like, I've been buying, but I haven't been paying attention to each index fund, each stock, or each ETF that I've been buying, and I haven't, like, itemized, like, each one. So I need to pay attention to everything that I have and understand what each of them doing, because I've been buying Marquez, like Marquin, like I've just been buying. I've been buying. I've researched some of the stuff that you sent me. I've buyed some of them, not all of them,
It's
because
good.
I thought I was just gonna go in and just buy everything, buy
No, no,
everything.
it's not about that. It's about
No,
just doing your own research and just figuring out like what you vibe with. Like,
yeah,
oh, this is a great opportunity, and just adding
exactly.
that to the list of your
That's what I've
opportunities.
been doing. I've been doing that. So I've been doing my homework. So far, what I have in my portfolio is what I like, and the market's doing fairly well, so it's been going up. So if each of my stocks are going up $4, that's a profit. So the
What's
market's
great?
doing
So
good right
what's
now.
great? What you actually doing? You actually indirectly building wealth
Yes.
based off of your current mindset, just everything that you're going through. So it's like you're teaching yourself how to really build the back end of your wealth creation. All you
Yeah.
got to understand is like just borrowing against that money and adding it to the assets that you are investing into. So you
Hmm.
have more money to invest into
My
in the different
vehicles.
assets that you profiting from.
Yeah.
If
So
you always limit it, when do you scale?
exactly.
So
Exactly.
you will have to learn how to utilize account or utilize other people's money. You can't be like, oh, if it go wrong, it go right for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It go wrong
Yeah.
for
Yeah. Yeah.
the
You're right.
people
You're right.
uh who haven't sharpened their mind about it.
Yeah. Another good thing is I recently have an interview. I have an interview with a new job. So if I get it, it's with Amazon. They kind of give you like
Their stock.
maybe like 100 shares or something.
Great stock benefits. Great stock benefits.
They give you like a lot of shares, and they give you yearly bonuses too on top of. So I scheduled my interview out. I'm preparing for it, so hopefully something positive comes out of it. But then
Right.
that would give me what I want, because I've already, like, looked at my. So I let's say I want to have a yearly salary of 100 grand, right? By the time I'm 50, I need to have $2 million in my bank account, right? And that
Right.
would give me, on a 6% interest rate, right? It would give me like 120,000. Let's say I pay taxes on that. That's like 80 grand, you know. And I mean, of course I could exceed that, right? By the time I'm 50,
Right.
I could exceed 2 million, right? But I think 80 grand a year would be good for me right now,
So are you looking to replace your living income with the stock market income?
Yes, Mark Queen, that is exactly what I'm trying to do, because like I said, if I do or do not get the job at Amazon, I've already had a job that paid me six figures in the past,
Right.
and I've lost it, right? But then it made me realize that I just need to build back better, right? I just need to kind of shift my focus and maybe, you know, discipline myself, or just make it more of a focus to kind of put money away. And different vehicles that you both use, right? The
Right.
pumps, you do the currency thing, and the stocks. I feel like I shouldn't limit myself, right, on what strategy I use, right? I could use the currency thing, because this is how I look at currency. If I'm the guy who invented currency and I own all these different countries, right? And all these different countries, and it's almost like the currency is like a location. The United States, they may mess up, but then Great Britain's doing good, right?
Like
So I'm
throwing money
cashing
with
out
them.
on Great Britain,
Yeah.
while this one, but I own them all. So it's like I'm just using them against each other.
Right.
That's
Right.
how I look at the currency market.
Yeah. You can buy and sell in that too. So that's another thing.
Say that again.
you can buy and sell. So like
Yeah.
most of the time, stock market you just buying. You can buy and sell. So most people when they come into the stock market, like I had my cousin. My cousin didn't even know like there's a such thing that you can sell. I was like, yeah, you can sell and make money. It's called shorting. You know,
Yeah.
and stocks is called shorting, but forex is you can sell it. Same thing.
Yeah. I mean, you explained it briefly, but basically you're betting against anticipating that something's going to happen in the market, and then you make a call or a bet against
Yeah,
that, then it does
think
happen.
so.
Yeah, so it's just basically two currencies versus each other,
Okay.
and whichever one is the first, because they come in pairs. So like how you
Okay.
have a stock that's like okay, Walmart is WMT.
Okay.
If we're going to talk about currencies, it's two currencies that's like next to each other, and the one that's first is the biggest one. So for example, it's like Euro USD. Okay, so like you just put your money up to which one you think is going to be stronger. So if Euro is in the front and USD is in the back end, that means if it goes up, that means Euro is in control. But if it
Hmm.
falls, that means the US is stronger and it's pulling it.
So, so LaPons, what you did the other day made sense, right? Because as soon as the Feds made a change or
Yeah,
whatever it is they did,
yeah,
the US dollar probably went back down, right?
yeah. I watch like so I don't watch anything. I just like I see news.
You see
Like
the
I watch
news.
like like this like couple of websites that have news and just tell you like oh, the Feds is about to do this, and
Yeah.
NFP is about to, like so. NFP is I think this Friday. Yeah, this Friday. What's that? What's today? Thursday?
Yeah, today's Wednesday.
No, today Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday. So yeah, so Friday. Friday is NFP. So that's just like another event. NFP
Yeah, it
is
is another
basically
event.
yeah, it's just a event just to tell you how many jobs came into the market last month.
And it's kind of ironic because companies are hiring right now.
Right. So like if it does well, like if there's a whole bunch of jobs coming in last month, then the US
Exactly.
dollar does well. But if it doesn't,
I
then
think
it
it will do
won't.
well. It seems like companies are hiring,
Wednesday.
so it's going to do well. So you
Yeah.
could you could bet against that event.
hmm So
It's
like
sounding more easier than
it
hard,
is,
right,
yeah,
Mill?
it is. It sounds more
I
easier,
mean,
but like you got to
I mean,
anticipate that.
in theory, it's easy, right? But the
Yeah.
technical, I know it's harder technically,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely.
You just got to
Yeah.
stretch your mindset around it. And in reality, it'll start feeling more easier.
Yeah. After like I'm talking about like after practices and all this stuff, because like I don't even trade NFP. I just know it's coming up. Like by the time it gets to Friday, I'm done trading anyway. So like people who get in that kill their account sometimes. That's like a account killer sometimes because most
I
people
agree.
are
Like
yeah. So
my
most
brothers,
people are
my,
just like trying to
yeah,
get in and
yeah.
make a
So the
whole bunch of
greed,
money.
the greed aspect,
Yeah, they
yeah.
just gonna people just kill their account. So it's just like because they don't know what they're doing because you could think it's going up and then it goes down. So it's just like yeah, most people. I just watch a lot of news and most people just don't like really like pay attention to details. Like I said before, like most people don't know that it's manipulated. It's ran by banks. Well, it's just like
It
your bank
is.
account is their leverage. Like every time you open a bank account, they take your money and trade it. They trade in the forex market too. Like they taking your
Insurance
money.
companies,
All
all
these
different
insurance,
types
all
of
all of them, and you get
institutions.
0.0000 nothing. Okay, I'm not even gonna say
Yeah,
that 1%
they're
at the
starting
end.
to
You get
increase the
nothing.
returns on savings accounts now.
Yeah, like they literally do this. So it's just like yeah, it's just it's I found out what the banks do basically. So and that's what happened. So I got good at it, I guess.
You
So
want to be,
basically,
you want to self bank. You want to become your own banking institution at the end of the day, and you want to lease your money out to entrepreneurs and different assets like the real estate
yeah,
market, crypto. You know,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
become that bank to every market. Become that bank where people have to apply to reach your standards of
I
lending
agree.
money. You know,
No, you're right. Because I have like my last car. I didn't want to sell it, but I helped a friend out, and I sold it to him at a particular price, and he paid me every month for the car.
Wow.
But he was so happy with it because it's like the current financial system.
Well, Quinn, we gonna have to talk.
It would tax him on it. It would tax him. It would charge him interest rate out the butt. He just came out. I know, right?
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sitting here.
So
I might be looking at like
he
I'm
just
staring
came
at his
out of
face, but
a.
I'm
He had a
looking
foreclosure.
into
He had a
several
hard
things.
time, and I just kind of came up with a deal, and it was a friend, so it was a little risky, but he paid me
Yeah.
he paid me every month for that thing, and he enjoyed it.
Well, that
So we got platforms like Toro where you can put different great cars on that platform and generate passive income. I love Toro. I love putting nothing but buckets on Toro and allowing people to rent them out daily.
you can put a buck. You can put a.
You
I
use
got a
Toro?
bucket
You use
outside. I
Toro?
can put that on
I
Toro.
utilize Toro for passive income.
That's what's up.
So if you do Airbnbs, do Toro. It's the same
Same
type of
thing. Yeah,
aspect.
same process. Yeah. And, I'm learning. I'm doing more and more. And I mean, linking up with you gentlemen is helping me expand my muscle.
Wait a minute. I can put that bucket of mine outside on Toro.
Right. And
Yeah.
somebody will rent it out daily whenever you're not using it. And you pick your own price, everything. If it come back dirty, they gotta pay you a cleaning fee, you know.
Well, shoot, that's a goal for next year.
So use your credit to buy a car and put it on Toro. That's why people are buying luxury cars to put it on rental sites to lease it to people who can't afford it.
Wow.
It's a great way to attain success.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm looking for this meetup in Chicago in Chi-Town.
It's gonna be a great meetup.
I got
Chicago is a great city, so we have a lot of
uh,
fun. Chicago is a great city. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of great people that's in our network that's there that you're gonna meet, and you're gonna be like,
dang.
I love it.
Yeah, I went there once, and the vibe I got was it's a lot of young entrepreneurs out there. They getting it.
Right,
That's the
right.
vibe I got, and I didn't
Yes,
even meet
sir.
nobody.
Yes, sir. That's us for real.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I don't have anything else. I mean, yeah, I'm
All right,
kind
so
of
I'm gonna
tired.
go into this. Investing isn't just for the experts. Knowing the right terms can help you make investing more accessible and help you reach your financial goals. Do y'all know what a blue chip stock is?
Yep.
Tell the world what's a blue chip, Cameron.
Big boys, big companies. Example: Apple,
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Companies that's been in the game for damn near as long as the dividend aristocrats that
Right,
constantly money.
right. Blue chips is a term used to describe certain stocks issued by established companies. Do y'all know what a dividend king is?
Oh, who?
A
A
dividend
dividend.
king.
Yep.
So a dividend king are those companies in the S&P 500 that increase their dividends over 50 years. So increase the payments they to investors for the last 50 years.
Okay.
Dividend kings are no-brainers for your portfolio.
Yep.
A lot of people wonder like, what stocks? What stocks? What stocks? Dividends, especially the dividend kings.
Okay.
So let me ask you, with the dividend, is that what you is that what you was referring to by as far as borrowing against your portfolio?
No, what I'm saying is like once you build up your portfolio. So like my portfolio is worth $1 million now. Now I can borrow against that portfolio and invest into other different assets like the private industry, like real estate. I can do
Yeah.
something else with, I can borrow against it.
Yeah, people do that all the time with their 401k, right? If you have like 80 grand, 100 grand, 200 grand, people borrow their 401k to put it against their house, right? And then they could pay themselves back. And I think you could even use your 401k to decrease your interest rate because you're essentially borrowing against your own money.
Yeah, it's like my 401k. I actually borrowed against it. pay for my car. So
Oh, okay.
I'm halfway done with it, and the interest
Okay.
4.25.
I never thought about that.
So like I would say, anytime you want to borrow against your portfolio, not for like a expense, but like for an income producing asset.
That me honestly, if I knew how to do that, that would be the goal. Like I wouldn't borrow against something stupid.
A lot of people they brainwash. They when people borrow people money, they don't pay people back. Learn to always pay everyone back. Learn to pay all your bills. Learn to become a credit expert. Because once you become a master at credit, the stock market is accessible. Not even the stock market, every market, from real estate, from the crypto, it just give you greater opportunities.
And the funny thing is, oh, look,
LeBron, say your credit ever stop you from getting better opportunities?
No,
It
no,
can, yeah.
it
Just in
can,
the
but
financial, when you want to get funding,
no, that didn't stop.
so it's no excuse really.
Like I just have to pay. Like I didn't have to
Yeah,
show
you
my
have to pay more. Yeah.
yeah.
But it doesn't stop you, but it can inhibit you, right? Like
Yeah.
even some companies, they may not hire you because your credit is bad, right? They that
yeah,
Facts.
like
Facts.
Charles Schwab.
and I
What's up?
Let's say I'm gonna use Charles Schwab's margin, but they check my credit. My credit was bad. Then I can't use them anymore, right? Or at least I can't use their margin, right?
Can't even work for that
So I
company if
believe it's
your
a skill
credit
set.
is
It's a
bad.
skill set. Like just paying people back. That's just a skill set. Like you just got to program yourself to always have an automatic system where you can figure out how to manifest other people's money, how to grow it, how to profit from it every month. Yes, I can teach you how to borrow against your portfolio.
right on.
I did
So,
that. I was on the track when I was
But
in
you
high
could do
school.
that. I really
Right?
didn't.
I had like I was in Pizza Hut, and I became a manager. And in high school, and I had put money in a CD, right? But I wanted to buy a car, right? Or like post high school, like senior year, beginning of college. So I used my CD as leverage to lower my interest rate to give me a loan to borrow the car. But then I was already 18, so I was gaining credit, you know. And I was on a good path, man. Life happens, but it's like I had the skills at a young age, and I learned all of that. I don't know. I learned that on my own. I just
that's,
learned it.
that's wonderful. You still putting your mind to the test when it comes to financial capacity. You still putting your mind to the test to see what actually work. So you made for this financial markets. You may keep recreating your system and
Yeah,
keep it evolving.
yeah, yeah. It's yeah, it's like having people you could talk to. You make mistakes along the way, but having people you could talk to keep pushing you. You know what I'm saying? It's always important.
Right, right. So some more terms. Inflation. Do you guys know what inflation is?
Yep.
It's basically where the value of your dollar either increase in value or decrease.
I love that. Recession. What's a recession?
When two quarters fell under the percent of the GDP.
when
What
there's
about
when,
huh?
when there's too much, when the demand is stronger than the supply. I would say that.
I love it. I say my definition of recession is like a period of sustained economic downturn. So a period of sustained, like over 2 quarters, economic downturn. So just fear in the market, just everybody complaining. So if
Yeah.
I have just a whole season of everybody complaining, it's a recession for
We
me.
in one now.
I
Shit.
mean,
At least on
huh?
paper. I said we in one now, at least on paper.
What's crazy is the global market because it's like the only currency that's not down is like what it's like Switzerland, the Swiss, but like
What's wrong
In the
with that?
global market, everything is in like a recession. It's in between a recession and a global depression.
Yeah,
You know, it's funny you say the Swiss, right? Because the Swiss don't they their economy is structured differently from everybody else's. They
Yeah,
actually invest in their people, their
yeah.
Most definitely.
their infrastructure. So it's almost like everybody seems to be catching up with them. It's almost like there's a market correction.
Yeah, it's also the greenest place on earth.
Right,
As
Yeah,
in like
right.
you know,
structure wise, like building like buildings
yeah.
and all that stuff.
So they really approach their society from the ground up. So basically, is it really a recession or just a market correction, right? Like there's a lot of things that needs to be realigned.
They call it corner easing. So like it's just a market getting back to reality. They don't printed so much money,
Exactly.
so much manipulation. So now it's just getting back to normal.
That's why they about to short the little the money printer. You know what I'm saying? You can't have too much money out because it devalue your dollar.
They're gonna jam the money printer, huh? No
Yeah,
more money, huh?
and they ain't trying to print it out like that no more.
They wilding with our futures. They really are. They wilding with our futures. Like they really are. Why are they doing this?
I mean, but it
So
happens all the time. So it's just like I said, like you said before, it's just a correction. After this, it's a bull market. Back to the
so if you
bulls.
look at any chart, especially in any recession, after recession, the gains are crazy.
Yeah,
After any downturn, the gains outweigh the downturn every time. It's what
everything
you
is
do in
on
that
sale.
downturn. It's always what you do in that downturn.
Right.
Yeah. Also, if you prepared too, so if you got enough capital in any downturn, if you had enough capital before COVID and you invested in the stock market, I seen guys make 3,000% because of COVID.
Yeah, I've seen it too. It's almost like COVID was a design. I still think that
Everything is by design.
COVID
Everything.
is by design.
it's
What
by
about
design.
monkeypox?
That's by design
I
too.
hope I hope you invested in monkeypox when they created the vaccine because, like a medical professional like me, I seen that coming, so I invested into the actual medical, assets. So you want to see what's coming in the market? Like the next one is monkeypox.
It seems like
Or
every year they just come outside with a jar and just release it. Release something new.
everything
It's
man made.
about to be
Yeah,
COVID 354 next.
man, we're like you guys. We're becoming students to the game. Like, oh, okay.
The last investment term I ask you guys, what's a stock split?
it's when a stock basically exactly what it sounds like when a stock splits. It can be the only thing about when it says split. Normally, when we think of split, we thinking like in half. It all depends on what that company decide they want to split to. Like Amazon and Google, they hit a 20-1, which means for one stock you own, it splits into 20.
Yeah, I would say a stock split is also basically when companies want to be able to kind of give people more buying power, so they're increasing their shares to like more people, so that more people will buy into it.
I'm glad y'all been learning. Y'all been learning a lot, huh?
I mean,
Been a
like I
great,
said,
it's been a great summer, huh? Been in summer school. Y'all been in investment for cowards summer school, like investment class. I've been taking a lot of notes. Like,
in the short 2 years, I
Yeah,
finished my
seriously, man, I could, I could be
y'all ready
just
for the
chilling.
fall? You ready for the fall, Mr. Mills?
Yeah, I'm ready for winter's coming. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels.
So,
Ready for the
winter is
winter.
coming. We're gonna focus on crypto. So after the fall, since the winter is coming, that's when our crypto season gonna start. So this summer we kind of wrapping up with the stock market, and we're gonna move forward just with the crypto market, and we're just gonna keep educating you guys with just great education around every market.
That makes sense because it seems like things happen in cycles. I believe it was around no. I would say it's around in March when the crypto start hitting, like really hitting. That was what happened when crypto was cheap and then it just went off.
Right. It's like it was in the springtime and then in the
Yeah,
wintertime.
it was spring. Yeah, it was spring. And then it did hit, it did jump from, so I had an opportunity to get into crypto, but I really didn't know what the hell it was. And this guy was talking about it, but it was like a couple $100 at the time, and then it hit to 1,000. But even still, I could have bought eight. I could put 8,000 in it, right? I could have had like 8 coins, but I didn't because I didn't know what crypto was. And then it hit 35 grand. I was like, what the?
Yeah,
Well,
it
you know
tanked
what?
around like
I'm
March.
I'm
So the
ready
next
for.
so the
I'm
next
ready.
season will be all about just the education around the crypto market, just the fundamentals, the language, just the business of the crypto market. Once you understand the business behind the crypto market, you will know where you want to place yourself. Do you want to place yourself behind Bitcoin? Do you want to place yourself behind Ethereum? Do you want to get an NFT?
Well,
So
everybody says Bitcoin, buy, buy, buy.
I mean, it tanked in March, so that's when it started falling.
In
Because I'm
March.
looking at it now.
So in February, it went up.
You know what? If those who had invested in Bitcoin, if they had invested, let me see. I had a friend of mine when I was running for Amazon. He bought $13,000 worth when it was like it wasn't even in the thousands yet. I say anybody who invested in Bitcoin when it reached up to that 60,000 mark, oh, you came out lovely.
Yeah.
Lord, what was I thinking?
so like with Bitcoin, like people like me, I knew it was gonna take a downturn. I knew it was gonna
Yeah.
accumulate. I knew it was gonna go up in value, and I knew
It's,
I needed to get my money out that valve and put it in an asset that's not as all over the place. So soon as it shot up, I knew what to do with the money.
Okay. Okay.
Soon if it shoot down, you want to also know what to do with your time because you done lost the money. You know,
Okay.
that's facts.
So, okay. So basically, you need to have, from what I gather, I need to have a different strategy, right? I need to have my stocks that I like, that I keep invested in, but I also need to have the stocks that I may buy or I may sell at a given amount of time.
correct?
And then I need to have another, essentially, the stocks that I buy and sell. I also need, so that's why I opened up two different brokerage accounts. I opened up the Charles Schwab. I think that's more for my long term.
Okay,
And um, I I open Webull. I opened up a
that's good.
Webull account, and that allows me to do more day trading ish stuff. Experiment with that
Most
because
definitely.
you could also buy currency, I believe, in Webull,
You
and you could
can.
also and you could
I used to
also
have, I
trade
used to have a
crypto in
Weeble account.
Webull. And apparently, they give you a lot of like market indicators, and they give you a lot of education in Webull too.
That's
But
good.
okay, so one thing about education on websites, um, I would say be careful with those because like what company will teach you how to take their money? Get what I'm
Correct.
saying?
Correct. 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 Correct.
So like
Okay.
just know that like I told you before, like the market is manipulated. So like they're gonna teach you one thing and then do another.
Okay.
Always.
No, I agree. I agree with
That
you.
makes sense.
Yeah. So
So
just
you
like
basically you basically saying that I'm not teaching y'all my actual strategies.
wait, what?
Mr. Mills caught that. He caught that. So
Yeah.
like,
So basically, yeah. So like don't
Yeah, man,
oh
Marquis.
you trying to learn my strategy. Okay. Yeah, but basically like just don't I mean there's a whole bunch of stuff you can get into. Like, I don't know.
I know it's competitive out here. So.
It's a lot
That's
of
funny.
so like a
it's a,
platform. So basically, LePons basically said like, why would a platform where you investing with, why would they teach you how to
take their money.
invest with them? Why would they teach you what they are doing with your money?
So that's all I'm just saying. Just be careful. Like if it's like structure wise, like they talking about charts and structure wise, then okay. But like as a strategy, like nah, you gotta
Yeah,
definitely.
you have to come up with your own strategy, basically,
Yeah,
based on your life, where you are, and your
yeah,
needs, and where
yeah.
you're trying to go.
So,
So I've noticed that this economy is a very selfish economy,
oh yeah,
Very.
by design. the more selfish you are, in a sense, you could go far.
Well, only for a certain amount of
You
time.
are. LaPonce is
In short,
laughing
in the
because
short
it's
term, you
true.
can be selfish, but in the long term, you're not gonna have nothing of value.
I agree. You go look back and you go be like, everything I have is worthless, basically. Like you said, value. I do agree with that. But what I mean is like the decision or the mindset it requires to make a decision. It could be selfish in a moment, but as long as you know you're making a decision for something that's valuable,
Right, right.
that's what I
Love
look.
that. Love that. I think I got one more investing term.
All right, bet.
No, that was all of it. So, like, anybody who want to email their full name and number when they're ready to invest, we're ready to teach you everything in the investment market. For more shows, check out our YouTube channel, Mid City Network. Check out Small Business Stand Up, the podcast. Check out Shaping Solution, the podcast. Check out Real Estate Alcoholics, the podcast, and also check out Sports Prediction podcast and the Jay Wicker Show. I want to thank y'all for your time today. Thank you, cowards. It was great. Learning from you
Appreciate
guys because I've been learning a lot from you guys. Every week. Let's keep learning. The market is ours.
it. All right, thanks, man.
And
I'm
Thanks.
working on it.
for more information about investing for cowards, you can call me at 214-583-7738. So if you want more information, just investing wise, and for any coward, anybody that's afraid to invest, just tell them to reach out and I'll teach them everything about investing. Not everything, just the mindset.
The mindset.
Need a mindset, but I can't give you the
Game ain't free.
The mindset.
mindset. The mindset. I love the mindset is the best thing you can give somebody because once they have that mindset, they can always recreate a better account. They can always recreate something better. My apologies.
It's all good.
Any final words? Any elevator pitches?
Elevated pitches. I don't know.
Elevator pitches.
I ain't got no elevator pitch. You want to learn? I think
Yeah, I
It's
want to
definitely
learn.
gonna take me some time to continuously make it a priority. It's like my bread and butter, like investing has to be like at the forefront. It's definitely a muscle that
Right.
I'm gonna have to exercise all the time, So, but I'm prepared to do
It's
that, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I might lose some money, but hopefully I make more than I lose.
right.
that's the goal.
You gotta enjoy the process. Fall in love with the process, and you're gonna be able to always gain more than what you lose.
That's a fact.
Anything you love, you don't lose that much. So fall in love with the process because the process actually worked.
I believe it.
Same. I have no choice because the results. Once I fell in love with the process and I seen the results, I was like, it's a no-brainer. Let me keep falling in love and keep finding different processes, finding different opportunities, just keep finding different momentum to invest in each market every day, especially my personal market. And it's like doing this with you guys.
Okay. Yeah, man. Yeah. So. Yeah, I opened up a Webull. That Webull looks tough. Oh, because it
It's a
looks
lot.
intimidating. It's like, oh my goodness.
That's how it was for me at first too.
It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming at first, but once you take your time and go through everything,
It looks like Forex or something. I was like, what is all this red and blue? I was like, oh.
I wouldn't be surprised if they start doing Forex.
They do. I think they do. Webull does trade currency. They started to add that in because people wanted it.
And I
At
was
least
just and one of the I was just reading on what exactly forex is.
Foreign exchange.
it's just a foreign exchange. Yeah. So
Right,
Webull offers that.
right. Like I said, it at forex it does sound interesting, but good lord, if I don't
Hey,
understand it, I don't fool with it.
you gotta start somewhere.
LaPons, when you gonna start your master class?
I don't know.
Really, LaPons, you need to come on, man. Shoot,
We're doing a
Because
private
man,
meetup. We're doing a private meetup, so that's when we're gonna start recording just LaPon's content. You know,
look,
now I
Lord,
was
just don't
really
do it
just
during the
joking. I
middle of the
mean,
week.
I feel like you'll do it when everything is according to process.
Yeah.
right? And with our digital content, we kind of been like just like before we
Yeah,
release everything because
yeah.
like the laws around just this game is crazy, and we don't want nobody just to try to take advantage of our portfolios because we teaching everything.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
like the government,
yeah.
just criminals, like just
I kind of figured that. I guess that's not something I talk about. I think about, but then again, I'm involved, so I think I should think about that, right?
Mhm.
So, but there is a lot of laws and intellectual property and all this craziness.
Mhm.
That if somebody could, they want to, if they want to hurt you, they can. They could find something to.
right,
Whenever you're public facing like this.
correct,
Mm. Right.
So you got a good lawyer, Marquine?
most definitely.
Yeah. Do you have one, LaPaz?
Hell yeah, I got to trust, so I gotta have one.
You
I might have to
say you
talk.
got a what?
I gotta trust.
I
I
love
might have,
that.
I might have to talk to y'all more about setting myself up.
who you telling? Like I said, this is a whole new level.
I mean, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to set myself up, but I guess talking about it helps me kind of put things in perspective.
My aunt and uncle are lawyer.
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, so like,
and
I've
see, I
heard
know
about
it's
the
some
trust
lawyers.
thing. Does the
huh?
trust thing has to do with like your money, or does it have to do with like life insurance,
It just
like
have to do with assets, plain
asset?
blank. So property, money, anything that's an asset, really.
So you
And
you create the trust and you tie those things into that trust.
exactly, you just like write up a contract and write up. Do you have trustees or and then a lawyer and then what else? A lawyer, trustees, and then like you make yourself the beneficiary. Well, like I'm the beneficiary of my own trust.
Yeah, they were saying it's better than a will. A trust
Yeah,
is way better than having a will, right?
yeah,
It's cheaper.
yeah.
But then, what does the lawyer come in like?
The
I
lawyer
w-
just it gets the lawyer just gets to like the details of it basically. Like, all right, so if something happens to you, because it's like four different types of trust. So like you could have one where you can't change. Like if you're the beneficiary is one like you can't change. I think that's called like a spendthrift trust or something like that. You can't change the person, the beneficiary on there. It's locked in forever. So that's kind of like a will. And then there's ones that you can change so often, and then other people can be on there. It's like a
yeah,
couple of them.
I get that. So, but then you said when I asked you if you had a lawyer, I was talking more for like personal business, like
Oh yeah, I told you
personal
I got an
protection.
uncle and an auntie. That's a
Who are
lawyer.
lawyer? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I got for sure. Like definitely.
Okay.
So you want to have legal aid on your team that you can call on for any activity. So if you do something criminal, for family, for just any type of activity you're doing, you want to know the law.
Yeah, yeah,
Before I
yeah.
started investing, I learned the laws around investing.
Okay, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, because you got to pay taxes around this month.
Yeah, that
That's what
too.
I see. See,
Yeah.
Fidelity is kind of easy because Fidelity they tax you already
Right.
when you do everything, and
If
they
you
already
choose to,
they take the taxes out for you.
Yeah.
if you
Now
choose to,
these financial institutions may not do that, right?
Yeah.
Or do they?
I don't know. I don't think so. Like, I think you have to like report your taxes, and they'll send you like.
Yeah.
I know for me, so for instance, for me, like the broker that I'm with, they'll send me a tax form, so they'll send me all the money I made in the year,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I gotta,
Okay. And then you'll file it. Okay.
right,
Well, that's
right.
good enough.
I mean, but if you pretty much know, the percentages, you can actually put some of the money that you won back to the side just for taxes.
Facts.
Thank y'all, guys, for the show today. Next week, same time.
All right, peace.
Peace, guys.
Holla
Have
at
a good
you.
one.
Peace and chicken
Enjoy
grease.
your week.
Happy investing.